Coming to paperback and e-readers this April, Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess. The goddess next door must take on the threat of a deadly digital diva driven to destroy the world in this action-packed all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess in paperback and e-readers this April. Hi everyone, it's Shawn here, and I wanted to give everybody an update on the John Haynes Kickstarter before I go into my review of the preview of Organic Crissy. Now, the John Haynes Kickstarter has broken the $1,000 mark and has unlocked the first stretch goal. And the first stretch goal is a print by artist J.C. Shawn, which features a manga-style John Haynes and Death inside of a graveyard. And now that we have passed the $1,000 mark, this stretch goal has been unlocked. So everybody who put in a pledge for a digital or a paper copy or a book bundle is going to get a copy of this print. Digital pledges will get a copy of this print in digital, in JPEG, and your people who bought the print will get a print copy of this print with their comics. So now that the fresh stretch goal is unlocked, I will be announcing the next stretch goal soon. So there will be another stretch goal coming up. So if you want to put in a pledge for John Haynes at Death's Door, you can put in a pledge for a paper or a digital copy of John Haynes at Death's Door by heading over to Kickstarter. And I want to thank everybody for helping to break the stretch goal on John Haynes at Death's Door. I wouldn't be able to get this comic out without all of your support. Now, the publishers of Konkret Comics are big supporters of SJS Direct, and I was floored when they offered me a chance to take a look at Organic Crissy. Now, Organic Crissy is... when I first saw the title, it really reminded me of one of my favorite AEW wrestlers, Orange Cassidy. Now, Orange Cassidy is known for being a bit of a sloth in the ring, and he's known for having his kicks of doom. But your Organic Crissy isn't like Orange Cassidy in any way, shape, or form, with the exception of her book being an absolutely fun and fantastic book. Now, your Odina had serious critical flaws as related to its structure and its form, and Organic Crissy doesn't have any of those flaws. So when I look at Organic Crissy, I see it as being the book that has a heroine who is absolutely fun, and this book could be a breakout hit for Konkret Comics because Organic Crissy is just a lot of fun to read. And in the first, just this first few pages, you are just brought into a character that you just want to learn more about. I mean, Organic Crissy has a very strong visual design as related to her costume. And when you listen to her speak, you can hear her voice when you're reading the comic. I mean, she sounds to me a little bit like Bianca Belair from WWE. She has, sophisticated street style. And that's what I read when I was reading Organic Crissy, because she just pops off the page, and she's somebody who you just want to spend a day hanging out with. And this first issue of Organic Crissy by Christina Elkins and Lonzo Starr is absolutely fantastic. Lonzo did a great job with this book, just with the writing. And the artwork, really, it captures the spirit of those old George Tuska Luke Cage Hero for Hire books, but the colors on the book pop, and the book has a lot of energy in just these few pages. Now, the book starts out in Freedom Park, North Carolina, with an excellent splash page. We get a nice establishing shot that transitions into the splash, which Organic Crissy is front and center. And Organic Crissy, I love her design and I love her personality. She just radiates positive energy off the first page, and when you look at her and listen to her, she's somebody who you want to be friends with and hang out with. And we see her in this park at this fair, just, connecting with people and showing that she is a part of the community and she's looking to be somebody who serves the community. So this is a great splash page of introducing the hero and letting us get to know her as a person. And in that first page, we see a girl from the neighborhood who we want to get to know more of, and we really start to care about her, because when I was looking at this first page, it just grabbed my attention. Organic Crissy, she's got these afro puffs, she's got this costume that really pops. Everything here really makes you say, hey, this is an interesting person. I want to get to know more about her. And as she's starting to talk, she starts a very interesting premise. Now, Organic Crissy is somebody who is focused on her health, and that's something I really like seeing with this character, because we really don't see this with black women. We oftentimes see in the media they're always talking about obesity, but with Organic Crissy on the first 2 pages, we have a slender, attractive black woman who is focused on her health, and that was something that I was really happy to see, because I have family members who are focused on fitness, and it's great to see a sister who is about taking care of her body represented in the pages of a comic, because I've seen a lot of this media, they never really focus on fit, healthy sisters, and I'm glad to really see a fit, healthy sister being the focus of a comic. And I'm also glad to see a sister talking about fitness and health and eating right being a core focus of a character. I mean, that's one of the things that really makes Organic Crissy's character really pop. I mean, when I was looking at this comic, it really reminded me of how Static and uses science to fight crime, and I'm hoping that maybe Organic Crissy is going to be using science as related to health and nutrition to be able to fight the bad guys. It really would work very well with this character in going out here and showing that nutrition is a form of science, because from what I read, nutrition is part of how she got her powers. Her focus on health and nutrition was one of the things that led to her getting her powers, and I would love to see how Alonzo is going to incorporate all of this in Organic Crissy's powers, and how she will use this to overcome the challenges of the bad guys. Now, as I was reading this comic, I was really impressed, because they start out with Crissy at this event talking about getting ready to tell her story, and as things are going on, we get one of the premises I love to see: bad guys going out here and participating in a bank robbery. Now, many of these new school comic pros don't want to see this kind of action in comics, but I'm glad to see a basic superhero bank robber premise, because this will give us a great showcase of the character. And as these bank robbers in these couple of pages are on the run and trying to escape the police, they run into the fair, and it looks like they're going to go out here and do some damage, but Organic Crissy shows that they're not going to bring any sort of trouble. She's got it handled. So I liked how in this first couple of pages we get an introduction to the main character. We start to learn what she wants to do with her powers, and I really care about this character because she just seems like a lot of fun. She seems like a very compelling character, and she's better, as I see it, better developed than Odina and her crew. Odina and her crew, yes, they were strong heroines, but they weren't as interesting as Organic Crissy. Organic Crissy seems to have a very strong premise. She seems to have a much more stronger visual character design, and she has a stronger personality and a stronger voice than Odina. So when I look at your Organic Crissy, I'm seeing a very fun character, and I'm eager to pick up the first issue of Organic Crissy, because I believe Konkret Comics has a winner with Organic Crissy, and I believe that Organic Crissy, with the right rogues gallery, could be as big as Static. She's just that much fun to read her stories. She's got, again, a very fantastic visual, and she's got a look that really pops, and that name really reminds me of one of my favorite AEW superstars, Orange Cassidy, and she could go out here and really get people excited about her stories. So this character looks like to me, from the premise, it to be a winner, like Tenoch, God of Fire, which is an absolutely fantastic comic from Konkret that I highly recommend. I mean, that book is better than Thor today because it's not as jumbled and complicated. So I recommend you get Tenoch and you get your organic Crissy. And it's looking like to me that Konkret Comics Wave 2 is producing a lot of winning characters like your Watchmen, Tenoch, God of Fire, and organic Crissy. These books are really hitting it really strong with these heroes, and these heroes really pop off the page. I mean, this is the kind of characters I used to pick up back in '93 when I was in college with Milestone, and these books have the energy of all of the old Milestone books. I mean, there was a lot of heart and passion on the page for organic Crissy, and I believe organic Crissy is going to be a big winner for Konkret Comics. I believe this is going to be an absolutely fun comic book, and I definitely recommend you check out the preview for organic Crissy, because this book, as I see it, is one of the best books featuring a heroine. It really reminds me a lot of my own Goddess Next Door, Isis, and it really is just like the Goddess Next Door, just a regular girl from the neighborhood looking to help out in the community and looking to go out here and help people be better. And again, everything about this book is absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait for the first issue to drop, because this is a book I definitely want everybody to pick up. You often hear people say, oh, there are no books featuring strong heroines that are fun, but organic Crissy is looking like it's going to be the most fun comic fans would have with a heroine. And this sister story seems like it's got that right balance of action, adventure, and fun. So this one is one that I'm really looking forward again to picking up, because it looks like a blast, and I'm hoping that it keeps up with the energy of this first couple of pages, because if the first issue has this same energy, this book, as I see it, is going to be a huge hit for Konkret Comics. Now, the John Haynes at Death's Door Kickstarter is still going on, and now that we've broken the first stretch goal, I'm eager to give you guys another stretch goal, and I'm hoping that you'll put in your pledge soon so that I can get more stretch goals out. And I'm also hoping you'll put in a pledge because I want to be able to share more great comics with you, but I can only do that with your help. And if you want to learn more about the John Haynes character, you can pick up the John Haynes Prose books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find John Haynes books on Smashwords, the iBook Store, and Google Play. And if you want to see me do more reviews of comics like Organic Crissy, which you can get the preview of on Konkret Comics by clicking the link in the description box, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, and my Cash App, so I can continue going out here and putting in pledges for other great comics and helping out other independent comic creators and getting the word about their books out to a larger audience. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, Isis Legacy. The sorority secrets of the Goddess Next Door are revealed in this all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis Legacy in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. Now available in paperback and e-readers, E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a wicked werewolf in this action-packed all-new E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman in paperback and e-readers today.